going to do is I'm just going to say a bunch of words which are kind of typical things that go with neck and shoulder problems. And I'd like you all to tap and say the same words as me, and as you do, tune into the specific pain that each of you has. Okay? Now let's just get our scores out of 10. How would you describe your pain?
Describe it?
Yeah.
It's probably more of a stiffness.
Yeah.
And it extends kind of up my neck, down the back into my trap, along my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is there somewhere you can't move with it? Actually, let's all do that. Is there a direction that it pulls or it's worse?
Yeah, I know I've got pain there and that way, but my mobility's okay. It's just a long-standing stiffness.
When you do that, now don't do anything to injure yourself. When you do that, how far can you go before it gets too painful?
Oh, probably there, before it's painful, but I can push it down to there.
And what is it when you get down to there?
Oh, about an 8.
About an 8, okay. Well, let's use that as the tester. Can you show us where that is again?
There.
There, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone's seen that? Good. How are you going, Benny?
That's the point.
That's
Yeah, and I can probably score it at 8. That's
8
fine.
there, okay. And what about when you rotate?
Still feel pain, but it's less than
So it's that
the
one that-
previous position.
Okay, that one that really does it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. How's yours, Angela?
Mine just feels like it's kind of all tense and I just feel something running through.
Yeah.
And some days it's worse than others. I get the stiffness and you can't move that much, but it's not
Yeah.
so bad now.
Okay, so there's a stiffness there. And where is it that you can't move? Or where is it that you feel the tightness the most?
It's not so bad, but it's just more kind of shoulders and neck.
Okay. And what is it out of 10 now?
Maybe a 5.
That's 5. Is the direction you can move that makes it worse? Like, does that one make it worse, or is it rotate?
This one feels more stiff.
That's it. Okay, you've got a match with Demi. Okay. Great. Oh, not great that you got it, but great that we've found it. Yeah, okay. Can you show me how far you can move it without causing too much pain?
Oh, it's actually okay, it's not so bad.
Good. That seems fairly... I've had a broken neck and I can go a lot further than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Is that further than
Yep.
what Angela's
Yep.
doing? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good. So let's just start tapping. I want you to repeat the words I'm saying and just trust that if I say anything that's not spot on, your unconscious mind will adjust it to whatever it needs to be. Okay? Now, what I'd like you all to do, so you can get double value from this, is set the intention of resolving either the thing you started working on or something else. And I want you to tap and say the same words that we're saying together, and keeping in the back of your mind the intention of resolving that. So you set the intention of energetically assisting what we're doing here, saying the same words, but you're going to resolve whatever that issue is, when you got sacked or when your ex said blah 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 or whatever. Yep. Is everyone clear on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start tapping on that karate chop point. That's good. Let's just all repeat this loud and clear. Even though I have this stiffness in my neck,
Even though I have stiffness in my neck,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I have this stiffness in my neck and sometimes it gets worse,
Even though I have this stiffness in my neck, and sometimes it gets worse,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though it's hard to be flexible with this stiffness in my neck,
Even though it's hard to be flexible with the stiffness in my neck,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Then on the eyebrows, this painful stiffness in my neck.
This painful stiffness in my neck,
Good. On the side of the eye, this painful stiffness in my neck.
this painful stiffness in my neck.
Under the eye, I hate having this painful stiffness in my neck.
I hate having this painful stiffness in my neck.
Under the nose, this painful stiffness in my neck
this painful stiffness in my neck
and the chin. It's not easy for me to change.
It's not easy for me to change.
On the collarbone. Just got a hunch of something. Even though I've got to carry all these burdens myself,
Even though I've got to carry all these burdens myself,
it's all up to me.
it's all up to me.
No one's going to help me.
No one's going to help me.
Under the arm, no one's going to help me.
No one's going to help me.
It's all up to me.
It's all up to me.
I've just got to push really hard.
I've just got to push really hard.
Life's a struggle,
Life's a struggle,
and I'm stuck where I am.
and I'm stuck where I am.
I don't have any choices.
I don't have any choices.
There's nothing I can change.
There's nothing I can change.
I wish I could just stop the whole lot.
I wish I could just stop the whole lot.
All these emotions in my neck.
All these emotions in my neck.
I hate having these emotions in my neck.
I hate these emotions in my neck.
I forgive myself for these emotions.
I forgive myself for these emotions.
I forgive myself for my part in creating this neck problem.
I forgive myself for my part in creating this problem.
I forgive myself for my part in creating this.
I forgive myself for my part in creating this.
And I forgive all those others who are part of it too.
And I forgive all those others who are part of it too.
Yes, even that one.
Yes, even that one.
Okay, let's see how we're going. Okay, how's your neck feeling now? Is it the same or worse or better?
You know, I reckon it's about a 1.5.
Okay. To me, it looked like a real significant amount
Yeah.
of more movement. Did anyone
Yeah.
notice that, or is that
Yeah.
just, yeah,
I could feel the freedom as soon as I tilted my head. I don't feel the stiffness
yeah.
much at all. Gee, I could almost, maybe a little bit here, but no, that's heaps better.
That's heaps better.
Heaps
So there's
better.
still a little bit on the other side?
Just a little bit in the bottom here.
Okay.
Yep.
And what's that out of 10 when you go over there now?
Oh, maybe 0.5?
Oh, 0.5.
Yeah.
Great. Do you want to try to get a 0, or do you reckon you're done?
I'll get a 0, thanks.
Okay. Why not? Good. Okay, Denny, how's it for you?
I can feel an improvement of about 2,
2? Yeah.
but it's still stiff.
Okay. Okay.
So the point where
It doesn't look like much of a shift in the. I'm getting there's like probably only a 5%, if that, extended movement. Would that be accurate, or?
probably is, but the point that was associated with that position was rated at 8. Now it's probably less,
And
like
now-
6.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just. No, I won't do that.
Just give it a crack.
It's good. Probably not a good idea. Yeah. I went to my osteopath a while ago, and he said, you know, I'm just going to do this tweak on your neck. He says, it's 10 years since someone died from doing this. He said, but it's okay. That was a doctor that did a weekend course and thought he was an osteopath.
It's going to be a first one for you, probably.
So this might be my foot. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so it shifted a bit, and the flexibility shifted a little bit. Okay, thanks, Denny. How are you feeling?
Right,
Angela?
I'm actually feeling it on the shoulder blades now, so I'd say that like loosened it up and
Okay.
kind of shifted.
So does that mean it's gone from the neck, or is it?
It is feeling much more relaxed.
Okay, great, and it's in the shoulder now.
Yeah.
I'm really glad someone did that for me. There's a thing in there too called chasing the pain. And when I was working with a lady with the shoulder pain, at one stage it went from the pain from her shoulder to her elbow, and then went back to her shoulder. Each time it was a little bit less. And I've had people where I've started tapping on a headache, and then it's gone to a neck ache, then it's gone to a lower back, then to a knee, and moved around. Does that tell us that a lot of that pain is emotional? If it was only a physical problem, it's not going to just move around, is it? I don't see how that happens anyway. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So, what's the intensity of the pain in the shoulder now?
Maybe about 4.
Okay, good. I've got a hint of what I think the emotion is in there. I want you to just give me a guess what emotion you feel it is that's in there.
I'm not sure.
If you could you take a guess?
What do you mean?
Well, it could be grief, anger, sadness, hurt, guilt, shame, all these different emotions, and there's probably 100 others. But if there was one emotion you tend to feel a lot, or that you feel is in that shoulder, what would that be?
Tension? Oh,
Tension.
that's more physical.
Yeah. So the tension's actually a result of the emotion. If that shoulder could say something, what would it say? Okay, I want you to close it. Yeah, okay, so just tune into it. Ask that shoulder, what are you trying to tell me? You can try the same, Jenny. Ask that stiffness what it's trying to tell you. Okay. Did you find anything, Danny? Was it-
Not really.
No? Okay. Let's just keep tapping. Even though I have this emotional stiffness in my shoulder and neck,
Even though I have this emotional stiffness in my shoulder and my neck,
and it's trying to tell me something,
and it's trying to tell me something,
trying to tell me to make some changes,
trying to tell me to make some changes,
but I've been stuck and stubborn,
but I've been stuck and stubborn,
and part of me thinks there's nothing I can do to change,
and part of me thinks there's nothing I can do to change.
and I love and accept that part of me deeply and completely.
And I love and accept that part of me deeply and completely.
Even though I wasn't listening to this pain,
Even though I wasn't listening to this pain,
and I ignored the message it was trying to give me,
and I ignored the message it was trying to give me,
I forgive myself deeply and completely.
I forgive myself deeply and completely.
And on the eyebrows, this remaining pain in my neck,
This remaining pain in my neck,
side of the eye, this remaining stiffness and pain in my neck and shoulders.
this remaining stiffness and pain in my shoulders and my neck,
Under the eye, this remaining pain and stiffness.
this remaining pain and stiffness.
This isn't a laughing matter.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
We're
She
allowed
wants
to
to
laugh.
name it, she can laugh now.
Yeah. This remaining pain.
This remaining pain.
Maybe I'll allow myself to change.
Maybe I'll allow myself to change.
Maybe I could just relax and be flexible and flowing.
Maybe I can just relax and be flexible and flowing.
I could always go back to being stiff and rigid if I wanted.
I can always go back to being stiff and rigid if I wanted.
Not sure that I want to though.
Not sure I want to though.
Maybe I'll just be flexible and flowing.
Maybe I'll just be flexible and flowing.
I choose to be flexible and flowing.
I choose to be flexible and flowing.
I give myself permission to enjoy my life.
I give myself permission to enjoy my life.
That's what I was put here to do.
That's what I was put here to do.
I choose to enjoy being flexible and flowing.
I choose to be enjoy being flexible and flowing.
Even when I say it wrong, I'm being flexible
Even
and
when I
flowing.
say it wrong, I'm being flexible and flowing.
It's fun being wrong.
It's fun being wrong.
That's what humour's about, isn't it?
That's what humor's about, isn't it?
If no one was wrong, there'd be no humour.
No one's wrong, there'd be no humour.
Okay. Let's just check in with where that is now. Oh, that looks like quite a bit further down.
Yep.
Yeah. How you first of all, Kate?
Yeah, I reckon I'm pushing it a bit further now. I've got heaps more movement.
Yeah.
Heaps more movement.
Excellent.
It's fantastic.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. And Denny, how you feeling?
Feeling better. So it's come down another 2.
Another 2.
So it's at about 4, 5 in between.
Great. And how are you feeling, Angela?
Great. 2.
Better too? Good. What about the movement? How's the movement different?
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. Well done.
Pain was in every part of my body for many, many years. I stopped needing a doctor.
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. They cannot find any traces that it ever existed in my body.
I had over 80 allergies and I was allergic to the world, basically. I am not allergic to anything. I can eat anything I want to.
Shame issues, diabetes, post-traumatic stress disorder.
EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it's an emotional version of acupuncture, except we don't use needles. Instead, we address emotional issues. The emotional contributor to disease and ailments and physical things is far greater than the emphasis that's been given to it to date. All of us know intuitively that if we're carrying around angers and griefs and guilts and traumas, it shows up physically. If somebody is really angry, their stomach is tight, maybe the veins down out on their neck, their blood pressure goes up. Emotions cause physical things. Well, you keep that body a long period of time, now you're looking at diseases.
You know, in my own case, I got tired of giving medications which would just treat the symptoms and didn't really address what I thought was the underlying problem.
EFT, on the other hand, zeroes right in on it, and I think that's why we get results where nothing else will.
It's possible to clear emotional issues at a deep enough level that physical healing results.
Acupuncture relies on the fact that there are subtle energies that run throughout the body called meridians. If they're not flowing well, the body's health does not do well. And what I found was something just very stunning. If we stimulate these meridians, tapping on them with our fingertips, it tends to balance things out, and people that would have an intense emotional issue, it would just fade. Sometimes it would happen in minutes. Once you start taking care of these emotional issues and doing it correctly and really resolving them, physical things start to subside as well.
Immediately, I could control my pain levels.
I cannot think of one case it did not work on a migraine. My migraine was gone in 10 minutes.
I don't have diabetes anymore. I don't have to check my blood anymore. I gave my blood meter to my sister, whose cat has diabetes because he's overweight.
What we've really done is taken a very ancient, very well-established process, the ancient Chinese way of going about healing. We've dusted it off, and we've added an innovation or two, and this is the new forefront to me. We're on the ground floor of this new healing high-rise.
When I was 10 years old, I fell down a 25-foot hay chute. I landed in a sitting position on a concrete landing, compressing my spine. I underwent my first back operation in 1971, a second one in 1972, a third one in 1979, a fourth one in 1984, a fifth one in 1992, and a sixth in 2002. With each surgery, the pain just got worse. I lived in pain my entire life. I lived on Tylenol with codeine 4. I took them like candy. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which was another devastating blow, and my response to that was, God, how much can I take? I was totally wheelchair bound for 5 years. EFT brought me out of the wheelchair, put me onto arm crutches, which my doctor said would never happen. Went from arm crutches to giving up Social Security disability and returning to work.
I see EFT cure things that are incurable all the time.
When it comes to the MS, I'm completely cured. It's gone, it's non-existent in my body. I'm 54 and I'm doing jumping jacks now.
I'm not saying by that we cure everything in a minute or two, and in a session or two, and so on, and some things take a lot longer than others, but we get astonishing results often.
So what we're going to do today is take a finger prick of blood from a few different people. We're going to take a look at it under a dark field microscope and actually look at what their live blood looks like. A person that's healthy, their live blood will look like a clean flowing river. And a sick person, clumping in just a murky swamp. Of those 6 people, 3 had blood picture that looked like there's some health issues that should be addressed. So we had those 3 people go through about 5 minutes of EFT.
This anger.
All this resentment.
We drew their blood again, looked at it, and saw just total different blood pictures. No sign of clumping. I was speechless. When I could finally think again, I thought, I'm gonna go home and just take my certificates, my degrees that took me years to get, and just tear them up and just, let's learn about this EFT. Normally, as a nutritionist, I would have put you on 2 or 3 months of mineral supplementation, but EFT, 5 minutes.
People on the outside, they look at some of the things we do as miracles, and I'm not really a miracle worker at all, or, you know, it's just the body will tend to heal itself if its energies are allowed to flow. The biggest thing that blocks that flow of energy is how emotional issues and past traumas are held in the body.
So we're getting to the core. That's why you can use it for everything.
Addiction issues.
Shame issues.
Vision issues.
Chronic fatigue, fear of flying, atrial fibrillation,
Cravings.
diabetes, diverticulitis,
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Abundance.
It's easy to lose weight.
public speaking,
Insomnia.
Performing in any capacity.
You can go from zero desire to hot and ready.
For the first time, I can probably say I truly and genuinely like myself, love myself, have acceptance.
People ask me what kind of antidepressants I'm on, and I say EFT. You know?
I do believe anything is possible now because I've seen it. One that was really fun to do was the vision experiment I did. 75% had an improvement in their vision. I keep getting emails from people, by the way, Carol, you know, I'm not using my glasses to look at the piano music anymore.
EFT is the best thing I found, hands down.
One of the great things about EFT is it's easy to learn by anyone.
EFT gave me the tools to cure myself.
And now I probably have seen over 2,000 clients of every walk of life on every imaginable problem with about a, 98%, maybe 99% success rate. And it's not me, it's EFT.
I thought, well, I don't know if I believe this, but what if I just suspended my disbelief?
Well, the manual is a free download on our website because I want the world to know how to do it. Do you want more than that?